Okay, so now that we've created the logo, what we want to do is frame it inside of a radial gradient in our page. So we're going to first go ahead and turn off our brown bear layer because we no longer need it. And we're going to select everything in our bear here. And I'm going to right click and group this. I could also press Control or Command G. And that will allow me to center the entire design in the middle of the page or artboard. I'm going to resize this, but you're going to notice that our border around the bear is going to stay the same size. And so there's a couple of different ways that we can adjust that. One is to double click on our bear. So then we're just on the bear section as opposed to the group section. And probably the easiest way is to just increase our border size here. So we were at 15, we increased the size. Let's try to make this 30, so it's sort of twice as thick. I think I'm pretty happy with that. It's also possible that you could, in the settings right here, go to auto scale borders before you resize it, and so it will proportionally resize it. But either way, it's more important that you just know how to make that adjustment. So I'm going to actually go ahead and use my selection tool. I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller, like so, and double click and make my border, let's make that like 25. Like so. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to use a radial gradient in order to frame this design, because right now it's just sort of hanging out in negative space. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our shape tool and we're going to create a rectangle that is the size of our page, as you see right here. I'm going to right click, arrange, and send to back. And then I'm going to change the fill from a color fill to a radial gradient. So you can see by default it sort of does what we want to do, but I don't think that our black really goes well with like the brown that we have here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the black bar on the gradient slider right here, and I'm going to then use my eyedropper in order to, I'm going to click on the I think the eye color, or really maybe the nose color or the border color. I'm going to choose a color from the image, and if it's not perfect, it's not exactly what you want, you can always make any sort of adjustment that you want. I think I'm going to try this inner color from the nose right in here. Okay, and then I'm going to actually pull it up just a little bit. There's some reds in there that I sort of want to get. I'm going to actually pull them more closer to like the purpley blues right in here. So pull that down. There we go. Sort of a grayish purple sort of color. And then right here, I'm going to basically do the same thing. So I'm going to take my hex color right here and copy it. And I'm going to pull it into this other side of the slider like so. Only I'm going to make this much brighter like so. So I sort of got that purpley sort of color right here, and that gradient is drawing me towards the middle. I'm going to pull this way out so that it's not such a harsh gradient. I can hold the shift key to keep it flat. And so now I'm just using the color of the radial gradients to transition towards the middle to sort of frame my image. Now you can go ahead and you can play around with the different colors, but your goal is to position your bear mascot in the middle of the document and have it framed using a radial gradient. All right, go ahead and make any fine-tune adjustments to this as you want, and save it as a graphic file and submit it as a JPEG.